Hi LamFam. So I asked people in my previous video about what I should call you guys, and someone said LamFam. So I'm trying it out. Let me know what you guys think. Hi LamFam. Does it work? I'm not sure yet, but hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lamide.
The future is now.
Today we're back with another episode of Adulting is the Ghetto. Ratatata! Wow, I have not done that. I don't think I've done that this year. Wow. Ratatata! Just have to do it one more time for memory's sake. Today we're going to be speaking about planning your next steps in your career. I think this applies for everybody, even if you've not yet grabbed yourself a job. This is what you can think about when looking for jobs. You can also watch my previous videos which gave some tips about how to find a job. And yeah, this is just like if you're in your career, if you're in a job, you've been in a job for like a year or two now, maybe even 3 or 5, any stage, but you're thinking about what you should do next, this is for you. I don't know if this is a tip, but this is just like a you should know this. Like, this is a fact that you need to know, is the fact that after university, life diverges for everybody. You're no longer on a same path. Like, people choose their own path, people do a lot of different things, and if you're going to be looking to other people, it's just going to be distracting and it's going to make you forget the path you're on. So my first fact that you need to inscribe in your head is the importance of following the path set before you. You need to follow the path set before you and not look left or right, back or front. Just go and be like tunnel vision in terms of where you're going, what you want to do, and just know that not everyone is willing or will follow you on that path, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you're not on the right path. It might just be in that season a bit of a lonely path at that moment. I know me as a government babe, like, many people are not going to be there might not be many of us, but that's okay because I know why I'm there. I can't then be looking at my finance people and be like, oh my god, you're racking it in, I wish I was making as much as you. Or, oh my god, you get to go to New York, or you get to fly to this place, because okay, cool, but I have no interest in finance. That's not where my skill sets lie, and that's not what I'm passionate about as well. So what's the point of me comparing myself with them? I just want to say that because I think it's so important, especially at this stage. It's so easy to be disheartened or just comparing yourself to others, but genuinely it's a waste of energy and you shouldn't do it. So there's some questions that I've written out that I think will help you when thinking about what to do next. And I can't necessarily take credit for this because this is what my mentor told me, and it made me slow down. It made me think deeply in terms of what I want out of my life and what I want out of my career and how I want to build my career. And I don't just want job after job. I want a track record that shows my skills, my talent, and shows that I'm a babe who can actually change the education system like I want to do in the future. The first question may seem simple, but it's so important, and that is, what is the criteria for your next job? Like, what are the things that you want out of your next job? Write them down, make a list. You can even write down what type of organizations you want to work in for your next job. So make sure you're specific, make sure you have those things in mind, because if you're looking for a role and it comes about, it will match up the criteria you've already written out, and that just makes it easier for you to apply for it rather than wasting your energy and applying for anything and everything. I personally don't find that to be beneficial for me because I don't want to do many jobs. Like, I only apply for jobs I actually see myself doing, and if it's not something I want to do, then why am I applying for it? And the only way I know is something I see myself doing is because I have criteria in terms of what I want out of a job. Even if you don't have a job at the moment, write down what you want from your next job or your first job. The next question to ask is, what are the things that you don't like in your current role or your current organization that you definitely don't want to deal with in your next job? And this could be, if you don't have a job at the moment, what you can ask yourself is, what are the things from like previous jobs, even if it was a summer role or an internship, or just seeing other people and how they describe their jobs to you. What are the things I'm currently experiencing that you can't pay me 100k for to do in my next job? Do you get, like, if you were to remove the money from it, what are the things that you're non-negotiable deal breaker, deciding a deal breaker that decides whether you're gonna go for that job or not? You need to be like reflective of where you're currently at and assess your current skill set. So what are the skills that you think you've mastered in this level or in this role that you're in now, or that you just have in terms of from uni or from internships, whatever? What are the skill sets that you currently have or you think you've mastered that you want, that you're like, okay, cool, I've got this, time to move on to the next level? What are they? Write them down as well. Explain and provide examples as well, because I personally think when you're going on interviews, it just makes it easier. Rather than you scratching your head, you already have it written down somewhere. It could be in like a application bank on your laptop, or it could be handwritten or whatever. But if you already have these things written out, you can just pull from your head. So if someone asks you, what is your level of communication skills, you're not just saying proficient, you're saying excellent, and you have examples to show how they've been excellent. For that, I would definitely say use the STAR method as well. So that is situation, task, action, and result. So provide context. What was the situation for it? Task, what were you assigned to do, and what did you have to do in that moment? Your action, what did you decide to do based on the task given? What was your decision? What did you do? And result, what was the end result of you doing what you did? And it's also good to be reflective as well and say, like, this taught me this. Sometimes you may think you've mastered it all and it's time for you to go, but by asking this question, I hope that you slow down and then think about, okay, cool, what if I was to stay here for another 3 to 6 months? What would be the value in that? Because sometimes you might be over the job, or you'll be like, yeah, I've had enough, I've paid my dues, it's time for me to go. However, you might end up missing a key element of your growth if you move prematurely. So it's striking the balance of not leaving it too long and then being stagnant and just like accepting paycheck after paycheck, but you also don't want to leave prematurely so that you miss out on important learnings that you could have got from that situation. So the way I see it is that you want to rinse everything that you can get from your current role, from your current organization. Make sure you leave with everything you can. You don't want to have to like experience the same thing twice because you failed to learn it the first time. So make sure you're gaining as much skills, as much experience, building as much networks and connects and relationships as you can from where you're at now. So if you're not very good at Excel in your current role or in your current situation, whether you have a job or not, can you do a course that will help you in Excel? Those are the questions you need to be asking yourself, and being very intentional and strategic about it to make sure that if you're then to go for a new role, it makes sense while you're going for that role. And another question that I think comes under what I've just said is thinking about legacy. So what do you want your legacy to be by the time you've left? What new things can you add to the organization that will show that you're a person of value? Like, what can you do that if you are no longer there, they will miss you? They'll be like, wow, I can't believe Lamide is gone. Who else is going to do X, Y, and Z? You need to be that person. So for me, even at university, I knew that I wanted my legacy to be like, to build like a community and scream more about education, young people, and the work I do with my social enterprise Live. So I didn't necessarily, I wasn't like super focused on like I need to create like my own society, whatever. Like I wasn't a president of any society. I was just a regular attender, if that. But I knew that I wanted like to have some sort of a legacy, and I did that through building relationships with like my lecturers and like building relationships with the people around me. And through that, I got nominated to I got awarded like something called Essex Heroes at my university. So basically, if you go to my uni, I have 2 lifts, and it was such a sick legacy that I didn't even think I could have, but because I knew I wanted to like add value, and that was a way for me to inspire other people. And I don't think I should just stop now that I've left university. So now that I'm at my current role, is that how can I leave a legacy? Like, what can I do that will have like a Lamide stamp on it? Having that impact in your current organization will serve you well, because people move as well. So if someone is moving and they remember you, they might want to bring you with them when they move as well. Do you get? So think of the legacy that you want to leave. Being able to see the next step, but also the long-term vision is so important. Don't be short-sighted. That will cost you a lot. This question is something I've been asking myself a lot of recent, and it's, are you using all the resources available to you? Are you maximizing the people around you? Are you asking for help? Are you using your money well? Are you investing in yourself? Are you using the internet well? Like, Google is free. YouTube is your friend. With what's in your hands right now, how can you make it into something that will help you for the next level? So I personally, like, even I think 2 weeks ago, there was something I didn't understand, and normally I don't really like ask for help, or I'll ask just my friends for help, but I asked like a new group of people for help, and they helped me out so much that like people spent time to either have like a meeting with me or send feedback on something I've done, and it just helped me consolidate my understanding of the thing, but also just showed me that I had a community that I never even considered before. So ask for help, use people. Like, people are there to be used. Like, that sounds mad, but genuinely, like, if someone's in your life, you're able to help each other, you're able to benefit one another, so use them. Don't be suffering, or like, I really suffer. Like, suffering in silence is never a thing that I'm going to get used to. It's not something that I did in university. It's not something I'm going to start doing now. So make it known what you're struggling with, make it known what you need help with, but also be specific with your ask. Because if you're just saying, oh, can you help me? Okay, with what? Like, what do you need help with and why? Like, be specific with what you're asking people. That saves you a lot of time. That shows that you know what you want, and that is just going to make sure you get the most out of the person. So the next question is there a skill gap between where you are now and where you need to be to thrive in your next level? And like, what can you do to close that skill gap? So for my next level, I know that I need more project management skills. So I was speaking with my mum about it, and she was like, yeah, maybe you need to take some courses. But I also think that I just don't know how to present what I do in a project management way, because I manage a lot of things in my life. I juggle so much, it's unreal, and it needs to stop half the time. But it's like, I have that experience, I have that project management experience, I have the admin experience that's necessary to make sure that I don't crash and burn and everything just turns to fire. But I'm not used to describing what I do in terms of I'm not used to describing what I do as projects. So I'm not used to the lingo they use. So I now know that to get to the next level, I need to become more accustomed to the words and the language they use and the tools that they use for project management. Do I need to jump on Trello? Do I need to jump on Planner? Do I need to jump on Jira? All these like technical stuff that they do, those are the things that you need to be thinking about when you're thinking of the next level. The last thing is, you need to tell people what you're about. You need to tell people what you're interested in, what you're thinking of. Like, let people know. People can't help you if they don't know what to help you with. So one thing about me, I'm gonna tell everybody that I want to be a narrator. I'm going to tell everyone I want to be a presenter. I'm going to tell everyone that I want to change the education system and I want to work in youth and education. Like, and I've been telling people, and it's who you tell as well. So I don't just tell my friends or my family. If I meet someone, if someone's like my mentor, I'm going to tell you. If you work in tech, I'm going to tell you. If you work in finance, I'm going to tell you. If you work in whatever, I'm going to tell you, because you never know who they will meet and how and when they will think of you. Like, I've had people reach out to me because I was posting stuff on LinkedIn about what I'm interested in, and they're like, oh, maybe you'd be good for this opportunity. Or people just remember me when opportunities come because I've told them that this is what I'm interested in. So don't ever stop telling people. When you're telling them, have like a goal in mind as well. So if I'm gonna tell this person, let's say if I'm bored of my job or whatever, and I'm like, okay, so I'm currently bored of my job, I want I'm interested in education and youth. Do you know somebody relevant to that thing? Or I'm looking at moving into ed tech or moving into the tech space. Do you know anybody that will be good at that? Because of I'm telling you what I'm interested in, and I'm asking you, can you connect me with somebody? You're now thinking, you have me in your mind. And even if you don't know somebody, when you do find someone, you remember me, or you be like, oh, I don't know someone, maybe this person will know someone, so they can like refer you to somebody else. I hope this video has been of help to you. I've enjoyed making it because I feel as if like I've managed to navigate the work world decently. Like, I'm not gonna say that like I know it all, because bro, I'm definitely in the beginning of my career, but I know that I want my career to be like super impactful and just like phenomenal, and I'm being quite decisive from early in terms of the steps I want to take and the environments and situations I'm putting myself in and exposing myself to ensure that. Good luck. Good luck with the next steps. Know that you're capable. Like, don't let imposter syndrome, don't let self-doubt disturb you, because it's just a waste of your time. Like, just make sure that like start from the position of knowing you're great and then move from there, and anywhere will be lucky to have you as their employee. So yeah, man, that's it. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.